You can learn every possible scenario to trade with my material or anyone else's, and theoretically know exactly how to do it. But because you're holding on to things that are toxic, but you won't admit it, you won't say, yeah, I'm doing that. Why? Because you're in love with the normalcy of it. See, it's normal to you to hold on to that toxicity. That's why abusive relationships last as long as they do. Because they lie to themselves. You know what? I probably don't deserve anything better than this anyway. At least I'm getting fed. At least I have a roof over my head. It could be worse. I could be homeless. And we do that same thing. We rationalize the poor excuse of studying, the poor excuse of back testing, forward testing, tape reading, before we actually put real risk behind the trade. And then we make a mistake, we kick ourselves in the teeth. And if that ain't bad enough, you solidify it and you talk down and you vilify yourself in that journal and you think that you're doing something constructive. You are. You're constructively tearing down any future chance of you succeeding doing this. And if that hurts, good. Let it sting, because you have to know that what you're doing, if you're doing that, it's wrong. It's wrong. You're holding yourself back. You're stunting your growth, and you're filling your mind with, instead of creativity, instead of saying, well, this is what I've been doing. In the last 6 trades, it's been a losing trade, so I know this stuff doesn't work. There has to be some kind of angle. ICT's got to be some kind of a fraud. He's paying these people to put out there like they're making money. It's all fake. It's all fraud. You start thinking about this silly shit and you think it's real, because you have to make an accountability outside yourself. It's something outside of you instead of it's you. You can't. This is one of the biggest things I learned from Larry Williams. See, what I'm talking to you like now, that's what I got from Larry Williams' 4 video tapes. I could care less about the things he was talking about technically. I knew that like the back of my hand. When he would talk about, you got to be responsible. You got to be personally responsible. Like he was Uncle Larry to me. Like that man still holds hero status to me. And I know I preach against hero stuff, but not on the level of worshiping online. Okay? I don't want anybody treating me like that. I don't deserve that. And no other man deserves it either. And Larry doesn't either. But I needed a father figure. And I tapped into his speaking points on how I'm supposed to account and be responsible. Because I wasn't responsible before that. Trading forced responsibility. Because I was a very stationary person. Introverted. And an introverted man with an extroverted girl that got married way too young for all the wrong reasons, that's a doomed relationship. But because my heart was poured into it, I didn't want to let go of it. Just like you don't want to let go of what you think is normal. It's normal for you to wake up every day and feel, what if something bad happens sooner than I thought? It's funny when you think about it said like that, isn't it? But that's exactly what you do. Yeah, well, I woke up feeling like I want to take a trade, but I wonder how fast I can blow this account today. That's exactly what you're thinking. That's exactly what you're thinking deep down inside, right before you push the button. And you're hoping that somehow you're wrong. That's your trading model. I hope I'm wrong today. Click. Well, I wasn't wrong today. Woo! I love being in normalcy. Better get some more money. Hope they do a discount. What's that new code for the prop firm again? I'm not making fun of you, folks. I did this with real money. That's way more painful. Way more emotionally destabilizing, demorally miserable. And I wasn't making a lot of money back then. So you have to pour yourself into laying a dreamscape. Cheerlead yourself in your journal. Instead of saying, what if something really bad goes on? What if I lose? What if I blow the account? What happens if this doesn't work on my next 10 trades? Change that to, what if I've waited too long to be disorganized? How incredible will I see my results turn around and be more consistent when I'm not focused on the adversities that could happen. And I don't know if they're going to happen, but if they do, that's why I have risk management. That's why I have a stop loss. That's why I don't over leverage. See, when you have a system and you have an organization and you have a model that you say, I can't trade more than this many contracts. I can't take more than this many trades per day. I can't risk this much money on any one individual trade. You know what that does? See, men, we think that is, you can't do something. You better not do it. You better not. And the young punk in us sees that sign, says, don't walk on the grass. What are we going to do? Say it. You know what it's going to do. I'm going to moonwalk on that. That's how we're wired. We're cavemen. We're like Neanderthals. You have to do this, 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 this. You can't drive faster than 55 and don't cross the yellow line. And what do? The guy in front of us is going too slow. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm crossing the yellow line and I'm doing 85 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. Why? Because I'm a fucking caveman. That's why. I'm just wired that way. But you can't do that in trading. You can't do that in trading.